or Civic Center. Just make sure you can get there because roads are filling up and they're filling up fast. So definitely be careful if you are trying to seek a safer place.
Now we're going to toss it over to Eric Brill to see the latest weather conditions. Eric, what can you tell us? What's Harvey looking like right now?
Well, I can tell you this much. The rain has lit up quite a bit into the Beaumont area. Still raining outside, but not quite as hard as what it was just even an hour ago. The Medical Center of Southeast Texas Victory Campus Skycam Network over towards LaBerge Casino Resort in Lake Charles has a lot of clouds, obviously, within Southeast Texas, and we are still seeing some showers, or into Southwest Louisiana, rather, and we are still seeing showers all across the region. Satellite and radar does show that we are seeing some of the heaviest rain right now. It looks like over towards the Vidor, Orange, Mauriceville area and southern Jasper County getting in on some of the action as well. A little bit closer of a look does show that into Beaumont, instead of seeing some of these yellows and reds and even oranges, now we have some of these greens and blues around. But notice just down towards the south, it looks like near Lamar as well as Ford Field, or Ford Park rather, you do see that there's a little bit heavier activity within this portion of Jefferson County. Heaviest rain right now, as I said, over towards the Mauriceville, Little Cypress, Vidor area, and it looks like that this has stayed pretty stagnant, not moving all that much, at least within this portion of Jefferson, or this portion of northern Orange County. Into Evadale, Buena, over towards Call, Kirbyville, and even Comanel as well as Chester, seeing some moderate to heavy rain as well. These are areas that can at least support the rain a little bit more because there's been quite as much rain into the central and northern portions of the viewing area compared to that of the Golden Triangle, and quite frankly, these rain totals reflect that as well. Look at some of these totals, and this is just radar estimates. I wouldn't be too surprised if some of these places have seen 2+ feet of rain, and you can see highest amount here about 22 inches over towards the Fannett, Hampshire, China area, and even over towards Lumberton, where the, or I guess that'd be more towards Silsbee, where that specific little blue dot is about 16 inches of rain. But Jefferson County, Western Orange County, southeastern portions of Hardin County have been actually absolutely tattooed by all the rain up to this point today, and that's really unfortunate to see, since this is obviously one of the largest population areas within Southeast Texas that we have between our 6 counties, and obviously by default there's a lot of concrete as well, and that gives the drains not quite as much time to be able to. They don't have as much help from the grass, the trees, the different things that are around. Flash flood watch continues for all of Southeast Texas as well as Southwest Louisiana. That stays in effect until 7 p.m. Thursday. I think that'll ultimately get extended. Tropical storm warning in effect for Jefferson as well as Orange counties. You can see until 4:30 as we get into Friday, even though Harvey does look to move back on shore sooner than that. Still have those tropical storm warnings in effect, and those storm surge watches are in effect until Friday afternoon as well. And those are the watches that we have, but as far as the specific warnings go, notice that the flash flood warnings do continue to Orange, Jefferson, Hardin, Tyler, the majority of Jasper County, and the southern third of Newton County, and over into Calcasieu, as well as Cameron Parish, and you can see into Liberty as well as Hardin, Liberty as well as Chambers and Galveston counties within the flash flood warnings as well. And those flood warnings are all along the Sabine River, all along the Neches River, Pine Island Bayou, over towards Cow Bayou. Pretty much everybody that has any sort of river or stream next to them or a bayou is within a flood warning as of this point. Futurecast showing us that we'll continue to see the moderate to heavy rain on and off throughout the rest of the evening hours and into the overnight hours, indicating some of this heavy rain with some of these oranges as well as reds within Jasper County down into Orange County. And we're really just seeing this park itself into Southeast Texas throughout the rest of the overnight hours. This looks to be a little bit heavier than what we're seeing now for the vast majority of Southeast Texas, but still, you need to keep your guard up if you are in some of these areas that have flooded up to this point, as it does look like we'll be adding to some of those rain totals. Even as we get into tomorrow, notice that there won't be quite as much coverage of rain, especially over towards Liberty County, Western Hardin County, as well as Western Jefferson County, and we'll see that rain continue to move itself up towards the north, still hanging around as we get towards the noon hour. But look at this, as we get past 3 o'clock, towards 5 o'clock, and even further along into the evening, we'll see Harvey really start to move itself finally out of Southeast Texas. Just give it another 24 hours or so, folks. 24 to 48 hours, we could finally see the storm move itself out of the area. So it's at least a little bit of good news. Tropical storm Harvey moving off towards the northeast. It looks like we'll see it make landfall sometime around, say, midnight to 3 a.m. Looks like it will be making landfall at about 45 miles per hour in terms of those sustained winds as it is right now. Racing off towards the northeast. Notice as we get into Thursday afternoon, it's already going to be making its way into Arkansas. So we just really have to get over these next 24 hours so we can finally see that light at the end of the tunnel. Coastal forecast, one high tide tomorrow. That's at 5:34 in the morning, and you see those variable winds 20 to 25 miles per hour. And the reason why they're variable is because as Harvey moves onto the actual land and to southwest Cameron Parish, we'll see those winds change around with that direction, hence the variable with that. For the rest of tonight, notice on and off rain. It will continue. Heavy at times, intervals of rain, temperatures falling back into the upper 60s and into the day on Wednesday. We'll see a lot of rain in the morning. It looks like into the afternoon hours as well, but the further along we get into the afternoon and evening hours, we'll start to see some improving weather conditions, which is obviously great news. Red bar day for tomorrow because of the continued threat of flooding. As we get towards Thursday, we could still see a few residual showers in the morning. Notice into Friday, the weather will really start to improve. Saturday and Sunday, it looks like we'll see dry weather for the vast majority of southeast Texas. Obviously a welcome sight. I notice into Monday and Tuesday, we have another chance of seeing some rain, as we'll have to keep an eye on that as we get into early next week. So rainy conditions over the next 24 hours. It does seem like the light is at least at the end of the tunnel from the standpoint that we won't have to contend with this for quite too much longer. So another 24 hours or so, but we're getting there, slowly but surely. We're getting there.
There's a green bar day in sight.
I know.
We haven't seen a green bar day since sometime last week.
I had to get the dust off of it.
Right.
Honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Just how much water we've been seeing coming down from the sky.
It's unreal.
And you know, again, the good news right now for people in Beaumont, we are hearing nothing out there.